KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building. Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO. Knockout, KO 86, Knockout Boxing 86, whatever you want, call me. I'm live, I'm here, we back, and welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. I got the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network in the building with me, and we got so much to talk about in the sport of boxing. So please, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this live stream and let them know that we are live. Let me bring KQ up. KQ, what's good, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just a little hoarse, but hey, man, that comes with the territory, you know?
Yeah. Calling them fights is hard work. So y'all be sure to show KQ some love. We got our cash apps down at the bottom. Mine is $ Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Here's the $ 275 KQKC. And also, please hit that super chat button. It's right there where you're leaving the comment. Show your support for the hard work and the dedication. Let me see who we got in the building, and we're going to get straight to it, y'all, because we got a lot to talk about over the next hour and 20 minutes or so. We got Jay Will in the building. All things Hunter on the Hunt. What's up? WMS, I see you. Cornelius Burnett, King Jones in the building boxing. Thrill Hill, Dr. Mark, Texas, DT20, Teach, Kadir 13, Three Heads, SBG Mello, Ronnie Bravo, what up? AJ 64 and Zach B, all in the building. GB, I see you in the building as well. 50 people in here early. Be sure to hit that like button and let's get straight to it. Now, KQ, first thing I want to talk about before we get to Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Boots, is we have a few topics that we need to go over. I think the first thing I want to discuss with you is the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh will be charging $200 over the next 2 weeks for 2 weeks of boxing. You have to pay your DAZN membership. You have the Chris Eubanks Conor Benn card this weekend that is $60. Then you have the Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., David Benavidez, Abdullah Mason. All that card is the following week for another $60. So in total, you'll be paying about $180 to $200 for 2 weeks of boxing. After Turki said that pay-per-view was dead and he wasn't charging pay-per-views anymore, in the month of November leading up to the holidays, if you want to watch boxing legally, and not watch it illegally, you have to pay $200. What's your thoughts on this news? What's your thoughts on having to come up out your pockets for the next 2 weeks if you want to call these fights?
Well, I never understood that. How the UK, now I don't know if it's the cost of living or what it is, but the UK always pay cheaper than what we pay over here. Now, don't know why, but I tell you this, it should be the same across the board. But number one, we should have more favoritism than anything because half of them is our fighters. I mean, think about it. Riyadh season is more of U.S. fighters than U.K. fighters. Now, no offense against the U.K. fighters, but the U.S., we got great fighters. Now, the U.K., like I always say, yeah, they started boxing, but we perfected it. And we got stars over here. And we got notoriety. A lot of people don't know who Conor Ben is. A lot of people don't know who Chris Eubanks is, unless diehard boxing fans. And so, therefore, when Turkey, matter of fact, I'm not even saying Turkey right now. When DAZN came in the game, they said, "Oh, pay-per-view is dead." All right, they gave us a low ball price that every month. I mean, you get a chance to see all these fights and damn pool, snicker, darts, and all that, which we didn't care about, but it came with the package. Next thing you know, this kept on inching up. Next thing you know, hell, we paying the arm and the leg. But guess what? That pay-per-view was always dingling around there somewhere. Now, Turkey, since they reeling his ass in now, and we told you all this. We told you all this a year ago, a year and a half ago. Millionaires, billionaires, whatever, they don't like to lose money. They want profit. They get tired of losing money. Well, now it came to a head. So now, since DAZN went broke, because they try to imitate PBC, now they went broke. So now we've got to pay the price. They coming out now with their ultimate package. That means that I think it's like $200 or whatever. You get all the pay-per-views. But keep in mind, they don't have boxing that often on DAZN. If they do, half of the fighters we don't even know. So, I mean, it sucks. I wish I would sit there and pay what I'm paying now. Pay-per-view don't come like that often, especially over there. They don't. I mean, so it's always been like that knockout, and I think it's a shame. It goes to show you who Turkey is. Now, I said he was a liar back then in a year or so. He's even a bigger liar now. So that's how I stand on it. I'm standing on that. He's a bigger liar. So for all you all that's sitting there still calling him Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, Turkey al-Sheikh.
Yeah, Turkey al-Sheikh, Your Excellency. No, a jive motherfucking turkey. That's what it is.
Yeah, roasted turkey, baked turkey, fried turkey. But I will not call him excellent. Because there's nothing excellent. There's nothing excellent about lying to boxing fans. And shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat. He says, salute KO in the chat. Don't doubt Virgil. Again, yeah, Virgil. We're gonna get to Virgil Ortiz later in the show. Big Dog Willie. Salute to you, fam.
Let me say this though, real fast.
Yeah, go
ahead. Turkey been lying since day one. And now I'm so glad that Roy Jones Jr., and we're gonna get to that in a little while if we want to, but I'm glad he spoke out for the Muhammad Ali Act. I'm glad he said what he said. And go ahead, you can respond. I'll tell you what Roy Jones said.
Hold on, give me a Ali Act. I'm just adding it so when I put it up there, we'll be good. So yeah, for me, man, like I said, I shot a video on this, and I'll kind of keep it along those same lines. It's not just that he's charging pay-per-view for 2 weeks in a row, which in a nutshell, that's stupid. Because you hurting yourself. One of them cards or both of them cards is gonna be hurt because you charging money 2 weeks in a row. A lot of people are gonna pick which one they like best and not buy the other one. You should spread them out so you can try to increase your profits. That's number one. Number two, and most importantly, you said it, is just the lying to us, right? Lying to fight fans, saying you're not gonna do pay-per-views anymore. And then you do pay-per-views, that's dishonest, bro. You can't be trusted with what you tell fans. So if you tell us a fight is coming up if you tell us you're gonna try to do this and try to do that, then it's hard to take your word for us because you told us that you weren't gonna do this anymore, and now here you are doing it. Thirdly, for Turkey Al Sheikh to be charging pay-per-views and charging this, I think is horrible for the American market because we always end up having to pay more, which is something else that you also said. Why is it that we have all our fighters on the card, like Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., David Benavidez, Abdullah Mason, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, and we have to pay $60 for it, but the UK only has to pay $25 for it. But the week before that, the big time UK fight, Chris Eubanks and Conor Benn, they still get to pay $25, but you charging Americans $60 for the card. Wow. He's clearly trying to, he clearly has no respect for the American boxing fan, which is why I don't understand why American fans have so much respect for him. And salute to Big Braille, Marquis, AJ, D Willie. I see all y'all in the building. That's me, Big Dog Willie. Everybody salute to y'all. Please hit the like button as you come in the building. So for me, I just don't understand why American fans like him, man. I really don't understand how you can be in America and not on no patriotism stuff. Just he's lying to you. He's charging you more money for his product than he is all over the world. And he's making your fight like, why ain't Chris Eubanks versus Conor Benn in the middle of the street somewhere in the UK where can't nobody go to it? He don't do them like that. He come try that stupid stuff over here, bro. He puts our fights. We got Devin Haney and Tima Lifu and Ryan Garcia. They got to fight in the alley somewhere in the middle of the street where fans can't even go to the fight. Meanwhile, if you fight in the UK, he putting that shit in big stadiums and arenas and charging their fans way less money than what he charging us. But anytime he come over here, he take our fighters and throw them all the way over there. Chris Benn and Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, they get to fight in fucking UK. But Devin Haney, Brian Norman, David Benavidez, Abdullah Mason, Bam Rodriguez, they got to take their ass over there to Saudi Arabia. And we got to pay more for it, man. Forget Turkey, bro. Mm-hmm. Forget Turkey. Y'all just let them lie. I can't stand them, dog. And this is another example of that. If you don't want to be a thief, then you got to steal in order to be able to have Thanksgiving turkey on Thanksgiving. You got Conor Benn, Chris Eubank. You got David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. Then you got Thanksgiving. What you think people gonna choose, man? They gonna choose to have Thanksgiving with their family. Kadir with the 2-piece in the super chat says, "Hope your family good." Jalen, I don't debate in the chat, but I suffice to say, at least PBC told you up front what you was paying. Turkey tell you some shit gonna be free, then they charge you for it. It's totally different, bro. Mad disrespectful. So I don't like it, KQ. I hate it for those of us that create content that have to buy fights so we can watch them. Because now, we at a crossroads, we got to choose. And I'm telling you right now, I'm watching the Conor Benn Chris Eubanks highlights, man. I'm not buying that fight. I'm gonna buy the one next week because that's the one I care more about. So Turkey is a lying POS, and I hope people come to see who he truly is before it's too late. We got 112 people in the building early. Will y'all please hit that like button? Please hit the like button and run the likes up. It's free. So I need y'all to hit that like button. If you're watching the playback, hype the live stream up because it helps us in the algorithm also. KQ, you said you wanted to say something about Roy Jones.
Yeah.
What happened?
He came out and spoke about it, and I talked about it for a little bit on my live stream, that about how Turkey and how the boxing and Zuffa boxing, TKO boxing, how Dana White, which I don't look at Dana White as a promoter. I look at him as a shyster. And basically what they're trying to do pretty much is due to boxing what they're doing to the MMA. Short balling them, taking all the back end money and everything. But Roy Jones said, look, if you don't want the Muhammad Ali Act, then you must want to do something crooked. You must be up to something. That's how I look at it. Because the Muhammad Ali Act was to protect the fighters. That was all was designed for, to protect the fighters from getting shafted. Now they want to sit there and hide the numbers from the fighters. See, all the Muhammad Ali Act, it protects the fighters from all that. And I'm so glad that the IBF and the WBO, they having a convention together to go against Zuffa boxing, and TKO boxing. Now, if somebody tell me one more time that Turkey is the face of boxing, I'm gonna throw up. Because how you gonna be the face of boxing and you don't know shit about boxing? How can you be the face of boxing when you don't know nothing about boxing? Turkey tried everything. He tried to put on a goddamn concert. He tried to give away a goddamn Mercedes-Benz. He tried everything, even fighting on the goddamn street corner. None of it worked. None of it was a profit. So I think he needs to get the hell out of here and go back home. That's what I think. Because everybody always fall for this bullshit. And Dana White, you also need to be kicked out of here. Because you full of shit too. Because the way you doing them MMA guys, you getting sued. You fixing fights. You doing all that and you still walking around free.
He had damn near $1 billion lawsuit. He had to settle for $400 million to make it go away.
Yes.
He was sued by his own fighters. So that's the type of person Dana White is. Salute to Tim Carey with the 2-piece in the super chat. He say, salute KO and KQ. Salute to you, Tim Carey. What's up, man? Leo Stays, what's good with your homie? 5-piece in the super chat. He says, what's good, KO and KQ? Salute, brother. Salute to you, fam. Salute to all y'all. I think you're right, man. And Roy Jones, to take it a step further, it's like if you read the changes that they want to make, it's just clear that they want to do, as you said, what Dana White does in the UFC. They're trying to do it in the in boxing. They're trying to get the Muhammad Ali Act to where they can have an organization that can have its own ranking system and have its own belts, which is the UBO. And they're trying to set a pay scale for fighters. They're trying to, and that pay scale is much lower than what the top guys make right now. And they're trying to do that so that they can have more power and kind of come together as they're calling it a UBO, a unified boxing organization, to try to accomplish this. And it's going to do the same thing that it did in the UFC. Fighters are going to have less insight to what the business is making. Then if Zuffa and TKO decide to put on a pay-per-view, the fighters are going to get paid whatever they get paid. They don't get to get any piece of the pay-per-view. The fighters aren't going to be able to negotiate for any piece of the live gate. And all of that shit, everything, basically, whatever is going on in the UFC, that's exactly what they're going to do in boxing if they're allowed to. And that's if you go sign up to fight on Zuffa Boxing or TKO, then that's exactly what's going to happen to you. So guys like Roy Jones speaking out, Oscar De La Hoya, if you notice, it's a lot of former fighters speaking out against it because they know exactly what Dana White is trying to do.
Yeah.
So you know, right now they got Vito Milnicki Jr., they got Callum Walsh. That's not going to move the needle. I can't wait to see who they have go over to Zuffa Boxing because I believe it's dead on arrival. I don't think you're going to get any names that fight fans are interested in that are going to go over there. And I also think that if you don't have names that diehard fans are interested in, casual fans most definitely not going to be tuning in. So I'm not too worried about it as of right now. We'll see how it plays out. If they got some good fights over there, I'll tune in. If not, I'm not too worried about it. And like you said, I'm ready for Turkey to get the hell up out of here, man. I'm ready for him to get the hell up out of here. You got anything else on that before we move to the next topic?
No, but I'm glad that Roy Jones spoke out because you need someone at that status and a former fighter to speak out against the Muhammad Ali Act. Because remember that this is real important for the fighters that's coming in today, especially the amateurs that's turning pro, and which they don't know a lot about a manager, a promoter, and things like that. So you'll see some fighters get caught up in this. You're going to see some fighters that are not going to be able to shine like they want to shine. Because you know why? Because every time they lose, they got to go back to the end the way they got it set up. You know, so they would never prosper and keep going and try again or whatever. You want to lose, you go back to the end of the line. I mean, just one loss. That's all. Go back to the end of the line. You'll never know how good these fighters are. You will never know how good they're developing. And that's what I just don't like because it's all about the fighters. It's all about the fighters, y'all. We fans, yes, but it's about the fighters. What about the fighters when they go in the hospital and try to get their hand fixed? They got to come out of pocket, right? But when you ain't got nothing in your pockets because you're getting paid $100 and some a round.
Yeah.
I mean, what you going to do? Get Medicaid? Come on.
Medicaid for boxers is wild. That's absolutely wild. Let me ask you this. Another thing happened over the weekend. Just yesterday, the Zone dropped their Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. face-off, which is something that I love that the Zone does, and I wish that other promoters would do it too. It's like that old HBO Floyd Mayweather 24/7. Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, they were sitting across from the table with each other. Chris Mannix was in between them, and they were having a face-off, and they were going back and forth. And to me, the biggest moment in the face-off was when Devin Haney was copying quote for quote something Floyd Mayweather used to say, and Brian Norman Jr. called him out on it and told him, "Stop trying to be Floyd. You're not Floyd. He had his own identity. You need to get your own identity and run your own play." And that made, you could tell that flustered Devin. Devin got so mad and so frustrated that Brian Norman said that. And that was like the last 2 or 3 minutes of their face off. But I wanted to ask you, does Devin Haney have his own identity? Because this is not the first time I've said things similar to this, but this is not the first time somebody has said, "Yo, quit trying to be Floyd Mayweather," or "Yo, quit letting your daddy talk for you all the time. Be your own man, be this, be that." And now, to my knowledge, this is the first time an opponent that he is about to fight has called him out on that and said something about it. So what do you think of that, man? Did you get to see that?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. What did you think of that exchange, that back and forth?
Well, you know what? Brian Norman Jr. is correct. Look, Floyd got his saying, and sometimes it's funny. Adrian Brony got his saying. No, set that soft shit up. No, look, everybody always trying to duplicate, and content creators too. They're trying to steal what other fighters and things think. Look, sometimes you got to make your own name and make your own lane. And a lot of these fighters don't do that. And this is where Devin is now buying into what his fans are calling him. You're not no damn Debo. Come on, think about it. You're not the face of boxing. Think about it.
Debo Dev, man. Debo Dev, man.
I mean, come on. I mean,
really? on that nickname, not to cut you off, you can't get a nickname if the only people that call you that nickname is you, your daddy, and your fans. Your nickname got to be universal.
Right.
Like everybody got to call you that. You don't get to just have a nickname because your daddy said so, and then the people that glaze you said so. The only people that call him that are his diehard fans and his daddy. That nickname don't count. We not running with that. Ain't shit Debo bottom. Go ahead, KQ, my bad.
Yeah. I mean, listen, nicknames like that, that gorilla, like they tank that gorilla, whatever. Okay, people make up the nicknames for you, right? Not like Carissa Shields, the greatest woman of all time. Ain't nobody called her that but herself. I mean, she's self-proclaimed. That's what she is. So, therefore, listen, Devin pretty much is thinking highly of himself more than what he can do. You know what? At the long run, that's going to hurt him. In the long run, that's going to hurt him. And he always contradicts what he says. Listen, muscles don't win fights. Yeah, but you sitting there and keep on putting on muscle after muscle after muscle. And guess what? That's going to slow you down. That's going to slow your feet down at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that Devin's going to lose or he's going to win. I'm just saying, listen, you got to do your own thing. Make your own lane. And right now, and this is what, and I'm not trying to be funny. Your dad really, really messed you up, dude. He really messed you up because you don't even have to get a chance to develop a relationship with a trainer. Because they gone. They gone. Now, y'all going full circle again. Now, here come Mickey Bay. Here come, and I say this with great humility. Here go Nate Jones with his drunk ass, because he is drunk and he's from Chicago. And yes, he is an alcoholic. I mean, let's be honest, God damn it. Okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. He is. So now you don't get a chance to have a trainer that you can have a developed relationship with, like Earl Spence, Derrick James. They've been together for years, except, recently, but still in all, listen, Devin should have got a new trainer. He should have said, "Dad, you can stay in the camp, but, I'm going to go with this trainer, whatever, this and that." And now Devin kind of like bought into it. And now he believes that he's Debo, he's the Terminator, he's the face of boxing, he's this and that, and it's going to hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, I think
Stop
My
saying
bad.
you levels above. Stop saying you levels above. No, you was way bullying people.
He said Brian Norman Jr. is a bum, and he's level above him. I expect him to try to fight Brian Norman Jr. like he thinks he's a bum, but I bet you that he won't. He will show him the utmost respect and try to stay away from him, and he won't fight how he talks. Y'all know how I feel about that. I've been saying this about different fighters for a long time. I can't stand people talking, and then get in the ring and show all this respect. Stop talking like that. Stop talking like that, because you gonna get in there. You ain't finna stand in the pocket with that boy. You finna be moving around the ring. You're not finna try to get into any exchanges with him. You're not gonna want to throw at the same time as him, but you gonna call him a bum and a BIBI and all this stuff. But you know you're not finna fight him like that. I cannot stand that, because if what that is, that's the definition of anybody out here. If somebody over the internet calling somebody else out their name, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. That's the equivalent of when you see them in person, you try to shake their hand, or you won't even look in their direction. That's what that is in fighting, bro, in boxing. When you a boxer and you talk all that noise about how somebody ain't on your level, how they a bum, how they a BIBI, and then when you get in the ring with them, you do nothing but respect them, you showing you didn't really mean what you said. And that shit, I cannot respect. Now, as far as the actual question about what Brian Norman Jr. said about Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather, I think I blame it on these boxing dads. I think, to me, Brian Norman Jr. and Abdullah Mason, they've done a great job of Valiant Mason. Abdullah's father doesn't talk as much, but Brian Norman Jr. specifically, comparing him to Devin, his dad is just as vocal as Bill Haney is, but Brian Norman Jr. has done a good job of separating himself and having his own identity and talking well for himself, having his own swag, to where Brian Norman Sr. has his own shit that he's doing in the media, and Brian Norman Jr. has his own shit that he's doing in the media, whereas Devin hasn't been able to separate himself from Bill, right? When you hear Brian Norman Jr. talk, people like, yo, Brian Norman Jr. kind of funny. Yo, Brian Norman Jr. sound like T.I. in 2007. Yo, what the hell is Brian Norman Jr. talking about with all that slick Southern talk or whatever? When you hear Devin Haney talk, the response is usually, yo, I see why his daddy be talking for him all the time. Yo, why he repeating Floyd Mayweather? This nigga think he Floyd Mayweather. He's saying exactly what Floyd Mayweather say all the time, right? And so I just want to, even though I'm not a Brian Norman Jr. fan, I actually like Brian Norman Jr. the fighter. I just don't like his daddy. But Brian Norman Jr., man, he's growing on me, dog. He's growing on me. He know how to talk that noise. And if he's able to defeat Devin, then he's gonna definitely be the face of the welterweight division, and all things are gonna run through him if he's able to pull off this victory. So I thought the back and forth was very good. And if I'm Devin Haney, man, you need to keep that shit professional. You need to make sure you don't get your emotions involved, because you have to fight like an emotionless fighter that doesn't care what anyone thinks, and you need to try to get ready to box and move and be okay with people booing you, be okay with the aftermath of people saying that you was running, because you got to try to go get this W. If I'm Brian Norman Jr., I'm calling him soft every chance I get. I'm telling him that he gonna run. I'm telling him that he is scared of me. I'm doing all that stuff. I'm trying to get him extremely emotional. I'm trying to get his daddy emotional. If I'm Brian Norman Sr., I'm going at Bill Haney, talking about how soft his son is, how pillow fisted he is. I'm doing all of that, because you could win this fight against the Haneys before it even starts. Because if you get Bill Haney emotional, then he's not going to be able to see straight, and he's going to have Devin doing stupid shit in the ring, just like they did with Ryan Garcia. So I love the back and forth. I love the mental games. As we 2 weeks out from the fight, I can't wait to the fight week press conference, the grand arrival, the weigh-ins or whatever, because I think this fight is going to be a lot about mental, because a lot of people, Devin Haney is in shape. He looked like he's in phenomenal shape, but Devin Haney, what's in question has never been his dedication to the sport and him working. What people are wondering about, and myself included, is what is that mentality like coming into the fight in a couple of weeks. So I can't wait, man. I'm excited, but just wanted to cover that really quickly, man. You got anything else on it?
No. I'm the same thing with this 22nd card, especially Dave Benavidez and Anthony Yard. But really, all eyes on Devin and Brian Norman Jr. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Devin need a win because if he doesn't win, this is the beginning of the end for him in my book. Because we've seen how well we'll get to that later on, but
he needs to become champion.
Yeah,
he needs to become champion. When you don't sell tickets, when you
Mhm.
don't sell pay-per-views, you gotta have something that makes people want to fight you, right? So if you beat Brian Norman and you become champion, you and Mario Barrios is a conversation. You and Rolly Romero is a conversation. You and the IBF champion, that's a conversation. If you get your ass knocked out or you lose to Brian Norman Jr. convincingly, those guys have no reason to fight you because you don't sell tickets, because you're fighting on undercards. You know what I mean? Like, you need a belt that, like Devin, Shakur, these guys that might have a small little name in boxing, but when it comes time to sell tickets, they ain't really selling them like that. They need to be champions. Brian Norman Jr. needs to be a champion, because without a championship, there's no reason for people to risk their belts or risk their names against these guys. So I think that's very important. But let's get to your guy, man. Jermell Charlo and Jaron Boots Ennis, they traded words last night.
Yes, sir, they did.
It was in the stands trading words last night. What did you think of that little back and forth? Jermell Charlo was going back and forth with Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis.
Yes.
What you think of that, man? What's your thought?
Well, Boots, no, he said he's here. He's going to take over all the boxing. He's going to be the face of boxing. I'm sorry, Jaron. You know, you're too soft. And I'm not talking about soft, not like a good fighter or nothing. I'm talking about he's too soft-spoken. He's not really outspoken. He don't light the room up when he walk in. He don't talk that ish. So, you know, you just don't have that fire, you know, but Jermell do. And Jermell think he's getting disrespected. Why? Because he is undisputed at 154. Now, remember, if you want to say the lineal champion, well, he never got beat inside the ring. So, in my book, he is a lineal champion. So, everybody's overlooking Jermell. And I understand why. He's been out and missing in action for damn near 3 years. But he's back now. And he said he wants his respect. He wants his respect. Ain't nobody trying to fight Ortiz like he said. They want to fight me. Well, I'm sorry, Jermell. You my guy, but I told y'all. I told you all. Me, Knockout, we got our favorite fighters, but we will critique their asses. We will critique them. And right now, Jermell, listen, you've been gone for three years. All right, you got that Canelo bag, and you took off like the man, like a goddamn horse in the wind. So now it's Boots' turn. It's Boots' time, right? And I'm telling you right now, Boots better step on it, because, like they say, time is ticking on him. So now, Ortiz and Boots, hopefully they can get over that finish line. But I heard that key word last night, Knockout. It got to make sense. The money. All right. These guys are so damn soft today in boxing.
Yeah, bro. Hey, talk.
I mean, come on now. I'm tired of hearing all this. Oh, it got the money. This and no. Look, shut up and fight. Okay, just shut up and fight the best. You know, that's what I'm saying. Now, Jermell, like I say, he felt disrespected. Just like Lubin had felt disrespected because they overlooked him and they were going straight to Ortiz and Boots. So this how Jermell feel right now. Ain't nobody talking about him. And let me say this for the record. Now, Eddie Hearn did not try to offer a fight to Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo don't know where nobody got that $10 million from. That was just a big, okie dokie, I fooled you. Yeah, you see me and now you don't. Or a magic act. That's what it was. Because he never said that he wanted 10 million. Jermell said, hell, I'll take 2 million, 3 million. That's what he's saying. So Eddie just a full of shit. But anyway, but still, that's what Jermell was doing. He hey, look, y'all got to show me respect. Hey, what about fighting me? I'm undisputed in this division. This is my division. I went up to fight Canelo, but I'm back down now. So that's how Jermell looking at it. So I don't know what you think about a knockout. You think he getting disrespected because he beat everybody in that division. He fought some guys twice in that division. Castano, Brian, Tony Harrison twice. I mean, come on.
Yeah, let me so yeah, I got you. I'm definitely gonna speak on that. Shout out to Soul Glow with the 1 piece in the super chat. He said nothing. Cause when you only drop $1, they don't let you type. If you want to be able to type Soul Glow, you gotta drop more than $1. But I appreciate you, big dog. I take it. I take a little soda pop, a little Dr. Pepper, a little Big Red. You know what I mean? We got Hunter on the hunt with a 20 bomb, 20 piece. What up, Hunter? He say, what up, KO? Jumped in late, so not sure if you already spoke on this. But Robert Garcia already out here with the duck talk, talking about all the other options they have. Oscar too, and all of this after their face-off, shaking my head. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. That's the main topic of the show. We'll get to Virgil and Boots probably in about 15 minutes for the last 30, 35 minutes of the show. We got you, big dog. We got you, big dog. As far as Jamel, Charlo, and KQ, first I'll answer your question. Is it being disrespected? I don't know. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. When you first started talking, you talked about how he hadn't fought in 2.5 years. The people that he beat to become undisputed, they not relevant no more, man. Tony Harrison ain't relevant. Brian Castano ain't relevant. Like, this is a whole new crop of guys, man, with Xander and Sebastian and Jaron Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Shoot, when he was going through 154, Virgil and Jaron, they wasn't even in his weight class. So it's like a new guard. You gotta prove yourself. That's like, like that's like Josh Taylor coming back. Like, yeah, I really run 140 pounds. No, you don't. You've been irrelevant for a while. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta come back. So that's what I think about him being disrespected. He got to come back and get his respect, because this is a whole new group of youngins that don't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't know him like that. They don't know Jamel from Castano and all that. That was 2021, 2022. It's a new day. Now, as far as him and Boots and fighting, I think that boy better take a tune up. I think he better leave. I think he better leave Jaron Boots Ennis alone for right now and get him a damn tune up. He don't need to be dealing with Jaron. He don't need to be dealing with Virgil. He don't need to be dealing with Fundora. The only ones, maybe he can mess with Abasa Bryu, which we'll get to later because him and Xander got to fight. Maybe he can do something with Xander because Xander is young. But Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, nah, he need to leave them boys alone, man. Yeah, he need to leave them boys alone. But I like that he was in there. It was a little of the old Charlo. He was popping that itch to Boots. He was talking that noise to Eddie. The only thing is, when you're talking like that, and the last time we seen you, you was fighting like a coward against Canelo, it don't hit the same. It don't hit. When Jamel talking how he talking now, it don't hit how it used to hit. It used to hit different because of what he was doing in the ring. But when you ain't fought in 3 years, when you start to talking noise, we don't believe you. It don't hit the same no more. So that's what I think of that, man. You got anything else on your boy? Because I am going to go to the next topic if you don't, man.
No, I don't have nothing on Jamel, but just this, that yeah, you're right. The guys that he fought, they long gone now. And now we got a new crop of fighters, and that's why I always say it's important that these guys have the Muhammad Ali in place, Muhammad Ali Act in place, so they can get they just do. They can get their money, and they keep fighting and get that prize money, because they are prize fighters. So, but Jamel, I'm not saying he old school or anything like that, but he was gone for 3 years, man. And like Chance Crawford said, you didn't even try. You didn't even try when you fought Canelo. You didn't even try, dude. So it is what it is, man. And it might be a little bit too late for Charlo now. All right, because all eyes are on other fighters at 154. Don't get me wrong.
Young Guns, that's a good point. That was a bad example. Maybe Terrence Crawford going back to 147. How about that, Young Guns? I think that's a better one. So yeah, good point, bro. Desmond Johnson says Charlo beats Ortiz. Desmond, listen, bro. Maybe Charlo from 2021, 2022. Charlo getting that ring with Virgil Ortiz right now. He getting stopped, bro. Virgil Ortiz is bigger, more active, and throws more punches than Canelo. Virgil Ortiz will stop Jamel Charlo if they fought right now, bro. Straight up, he will stop him. He will stop him badly. But let's talk about this, KQ. Shakur versus Teo, according to Chris Mannix, they're reportedly set for January, likely to be January 31st. Still no official announcement, but Chris Mannix is reporting that they looking like they're going to fight on January 31st. What are your thoughts on Shakur versus Timalifu?
Well, I still don't believe it till I see it, because Teo like to play them games. Teo like to play on now you see me and now you don't. And Shakur Stevenson is looking for, which he think Teo is a lineal champion. He's looking for validation. Shakur Stevenson looking for someone that he can say, "Oh, I beat that guy." Someone that's great, that's a good fighter, and he want to go in there and show everybody that he's that guy. Shakur, you're not that guy, son. All right. Fighting Teo, win, lose, or draw, you're still not gonna be that guy. You know, it's a lot of reasons why he won't never be that guy. First of all, his fan base. All right, now he has a very small fan base, and his fighting style is another reason. His fighting style is not fan friendly, and therefore, you know, you're not going to see a lot of knockouts, which you don't see right now from Shakur. All right, so now also, when he say he gonna stomp on somebody, he gonna stomp on their neck, he gonna do this and that. Well, I doubt that too. Same way with this fight with Teo now. Teo knows he's getting under skin. Teo plays a lot. He plays like a little damn kid. You know, so, but the point is this. Who's going to finance this fight? Because right now, a lot of guys don't want to fight. A lot of promoters and Turkey, they don't want to promote this fight. So I just don't know if this fight going to be officially. Now, of course, Mike, it was Mike Carpenter or Chris Manners came out and said the fight is now official. No, the fight is not official. See, y'all got to stop playing them damn word games, okay? And sometimes y'all just got to put it in plain fucking English. Well, yeah, they agree they want to fight, but no, neither one side came out and said it's officially done. No one said that. So that's why I just don't see it yet. Now, it is a good fight. Don't get me wrong. This is a good fight if this fight can happen. But this is how Eddie got it. This is how Turkey has it. If Shakur wins the fight, now they want the Ring Magazine belt to be the belt of all belts. So if you win the Ring Magazine belt according to TKO, then you're the champion of all champions. No, that is a lie. Because how you gonna be the champion of all champions and you ain't fought the best? You only fight that little small window. TKO boxing. That's it. Shit. So
please hit the and y'all please hit the like button, man. We got almost 200 people in here. I don't know where we at on the likes because we had to get straight to the show. But please hit that like button for your boy, man, for the hard work, man. Please hit the like button. So this is how I feel about it. I think you said how many?
70.
Oh no, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on now, y'all. That's nasty work. I understand it's Sunday morning, but that is nasty work, bro.
Yeah.
We got to get at least to 100 and 125 likes, man.
Yeah.
I'm showing 91. Maybe y'all just forgot. Y'all got to hit the like button, man. We got to get up over to 100 and something, man. But this is what I say, right? So everything you said about not trusting it, I agree with, right? I'm waiting on the official announcement because Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, is not to be trusted. However, if the fight is done, it's one of the, it's like Raymond Muratalla versus Andy Cruz. It's a good fight, but I'm not excited. I'm not, I understand why Shakur fans would be excited. I understand why Teofimo fans would be excited. But those two fighting each other is something that I will always respect, right? Two unified champions. Two guys that, Teofimo was lineal. You know what I'm saying? Shakur was unified at 132. Highly decorated fighters that are very skilled, that are going at it. Great fight for both of their legacies. Great fight for the sport of boxing. Me as a fight fan, it's not exciting to me. It's not something I'm looking forward to. It's just as good of a fight as Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis in terms of legacy, in terms of what you want from the sport of boxing. But Jaron Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz is a fight that excites me way more than Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson. I hope I'm making sense to people. So I respect the fight. I like the fight as an analyst, as a fight fan. They both get credit for it. It's a good legacy for both of them. But it's just not something that I see as a entertaining fight because of the way that both of them fight. When I see two counter punchers that fight off the back foot, that try to wait on you to make mistakes. I'm just picturing a fight where don't nobody want to be first. Ain't nobody going to lead. Ain't nobody going to force the action. And I think we'll see them looking at each other, in the mirror. I'm thinking low punch count. You know what I mean? Like low punch count. Just not nothing that's going to excite me in terms of entertainment value, but something that excites me in terms of I'm glad these two fighters are fighting each other if it happens. But I have my doubts, man. I got my doubts. Turkey has to be the one overpaying both of them, specifically Team Alifu, to make this fight happen, in my opinion. But if it happens, then, great. And if it's happening on January 31st, it's about time to announce that shit.
Yeah.
It's about time to announce it. January 31st is a lot closer than people think. That's a little over 2 months away when they go announce the shit. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, man. But that's all I really got on that. One more topic before we get to Virgil Ortiz and his performance, and then Boots, Ennis, and all that. One more thing I wanted to talk to you about really quickly. Roy Jones comes to Gervonta Tank Davis's defense. I found some quotes. Roy Jones had this to say about, he was talking to Fight Hub. He had this to say about the Jake Paul Tank Davis fight cancellation. He said, Jake Paul knew what he was before he signed the fight. This ain't the first time he had battery against a woman. You knew what it was when you first signed the fight, so don't get mad and cuss him out and talk bad about him now. You knew what it was when you signed up for it. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. What's your thoughts, man, on what Roy Jones had to say?
Well, you know what? He's absolutely right. Now, let me let you all know, I'm old school, but I'm not a big Roy Jones fan. I'm just not. I just didn't like his fighting style. That's all. As a person, he's a good person, things like that. No hate. But still, he's right. He's right. And yes, Roy Jones should speak up, because, everybody look at Roy Jones. Everybody look at the older fighters like Mike Tyson, even Floyd Mayweather. And coming from Roy Jones, that speaks volume. That speaks volume. And now, what you were saying that he said about Turkey now? I mean, not Turkey, but the other party you were saying?
He basically just said Jake Paul cussing Tank Davis out and acting all surprised.
Yeah.
Why you doing all that when you knew he had stuff before you fought him? That's what he's saying.
Right. Now, that part, he's correct on that part 100%. Because, see, listen, you knew he had these problems. You knew he had these problems. Now, never been convicted, but been accused. Now, it had been dropped, but still, it was there. Now, you had your same damn skeletons in the closet, too. A lot of people don't like to bring it up. And one of them was a man. But nobody want to talk about that, though, right? So what San on Cold at? Where that shit at? Where y'all at with that? Huh? I'm just wondering. But still in all, listen, everybody know that he had his problems. Everybody know. Even Clarissa Shields knew that, right? And Clarissa Shields actually came to his defense for a moment, and probably much just, to show that, she would know how to, act like a human being. I don't know. But anyway, still in all, listen, Jake Paul is a piece of shit. I'm sorry, he is. He's a big ass kid. He think everything is so damn funny. He thinks that it's playtime every day. It's something wrong with him. I think he's a special needs child and he never got no help. That's how I look at it. So therefore he got skeleton in his closet. How can you call the kettle goddamn black? Somebody please explain that to me. Because you sitting there fighting Mike Tyson, who is a convicted, who did time in jail. Now, this ain't no smear or nothing like that, but it is what it is. These are actual factual shit I'm giving y'all. So how Tank, who never been convicted, always accused, and y'all know what it really is. If you look under the covers, y'all know what it is. Come on now, let's not get crazy with this shit. All right, y'all know what it is, and y'all know what type of women out there. All right, you got some good ones, you got some damn bad ones. All right, so please don't spare me that shit. All right, spare me that shit, that all that. No, women is out to get some men. All right, some men are just not smart enough to see it coming. That's all. So ain't nobody asked for that. And that's why I said that is wrong. That is wrong, knockout, because see, he hasn't done anything, right? Nobody then. And another thing, knockout. This was always out there. They knew about it, Netflix and Jay Paul, but guess who leaked it out? Jay Paul, dumbass. Jay Paul, dumbass, leaked it out to that second-rate, third-rate TMZ site, and then everybody picked up on it. Then next, popular, how people are. They love shit. People love mess. And so now they went and ran with it. And now Tank, he didn't say nothing. He just came out and act like, nothing's happening. And you know what? And Kenny Ellis, you know what? Listen, y'all don't know shit. I'm sorry. Look, I'm Team Tank all the way, but I told you, I call balls and goddamn strikes over here. All right? And one thing about it is Kenny Ellis don't know shit till they tell him. Okay? And stop going on here on these shows and stuff and acting like things are just peachy and creamy over there. All right? It's not. It's not.
Ain't nothing happy about you losing out on whatever money Tank Davis was gonna make. And so the point that Roy Jones made, I made that point last week. And so I want to go somewhere else with it. But in terms of what Roy Jones said, I've already said that. I've already went into detail how Jake Paul was being a hypocrite and all of that stuff. So I agree with everything you said, and I agree with what Roy Jones said. You acting surprised and acting like that's the reason why when you knew what was going on before that, that's just some fake sucker shit that's not to be respected. But what I also want to point out, and I think it's important to say because I want to take it a step further in terms of driving home the point of in the court of public opinion, it's becoming to where we don't care about the legal process anymore. And you said it, you alluded to it about not being convicted and having cases thrown out. My point is this: if stuff gets thrown out, if you are found not guilty or they don't have enough evidence and they can't even move forward with the charges, then why does that still follow you around? What is the point of being found innocent of something or being acquitted of something if the world is still going to look at you like you did it? There's no point. There's no point to that, bro. So
right.
I don't like the fact that because now it's like, oh well, y'all knew who he was. Y'all knew who he was. Y'all knew, well, I mean, he's someone that made a mistake back in 2020, and ever since then, he's had 2 times he's been accused of something, and both of them got thrown out. So what are we doing with that information?
And knockout.
What does that do? I already blocked that dude. Don't he?
Okay.
Yeah, I already blocked that dude. So that's my biggest issue is that there's so many people that look like me, that look like you, that come from the place that we come from, that have been through situations, that have seen family members and friends go through situations where it's like, okay, I get it. Why people are gonna make their mind up and do this and do that. However, if you're getting accused of stuff and people are throwing out the cases, or you're being found innocent and people are changing their stories, can't we all at least just wait for the case to play itself out? Can't we all wait for all the facts to come out before we say this young man is innocent or guilty? Because I don't want to look like a fool. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to run around here saying, yo, this man is innocent. She's setting him up. She doing him dirty. She doing this. And then it comes out, a tape comes out, and the man is all on camera dragging the ass up and down the goddamn road and shit. Then I look like the idiot that was defending the goddamn domestic violence abuser and shit.
Right.
But the flip side of that is, haven't y'all seen this before? Everybody was so convinced because he was on camera, as Prop Dan said. And I feel you, Prop Dan. I got you. However, he was on camera, and then in 2022, his baby mama said he did this, he did this, he did this, he did this. And then when pictures and photos came out, he was the one with spit on his face. He was the one with scratches all on his back and all on his chest and shit. She was the one changing her story and putting Dookie on the baby's toothbrushes and whooping his ass, or trying to. Then everybody was so convinced again earlier this year. Oh, he did this shit. He put his hands on. He did this. He did this. He did this. Blah, blah, blah. And then she won't even testify no more. She like, nah, fuck it. I'm done. I'm good. I ain't doing shit. And they dropped the goddamn charges. So everybody's so sure, oh, this is who he is. He did this, he did this, he did this. All right. Let the facts come out. Because before we went live, KQ, I checked on the Miami-Dade website again. There's supposedly a videotape. He supposedly is dead to rights, and he supposedly did this shit, and they still ain't charged that young man yet. He still ain't charged. And when you kidnapping somebody, when you beating on somebody, when you doing the shit that he's alleged to do, you deserve to have your ass locked up and put in jail. So either do that shit to him or come out and let people know what the fuck is going on. Because this shit is dragging out. Now, this shit, it's been 2.5 weeks, KQ. Right. How long do it take to get a tape, watch a nigga doing some shit on tape, and then get his ass out of here? How long? 2.5 weeks, man.
Man, I was just about to say that all you gotta do is just get the court order if you need one. Most people just volunteer and give it to you. It don't take nothing but maybe a day or two to get it, watch it, and then bring charges. Okay, that's all you need to do. Because regardless, the state's going to pick it up anyway. If that happened, So I don't care if it's a civil suit or not, they would pick it up. Now, it must not be nothing there. Because they would have came out, because they would love to come out, especially with Tank Davis. Oh man, they would have came out right away.
Put it like this, and people
going on. So.
Put it like this, and everybody can go fact check what I'm saying. I think this is a huge point to make, and I made it in the video, but I'll make it here in case somebody here didn't hear it. That basketball game incident he had with his first baby mama, where he yoked her up and grabbed her out of the basketball game. That happened on February 1st of 2020. By February 5th, they had already charged him because they had him on tape. So this alleged incident on tape happened on October 27th. It's November the 9th. He still ain't been charged yet. In the exact same city, in the exact same county, supposedly 2 different cases got tape out there. The first case, they charged him in a matter of 2 or 3 days. The second case, he's supposedly on tape, and it's been 2.5, 3 weeks, and they still ain't charged his ass yet. Y'all do with that what you will. Now, let's get to this, KQ. Virgil Ortiz destroyed Erickson Lubin. Tell me about the fight. It only took a round and a half. He whooped that boy ass, man.
Man, I had Lubin winning the fight, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest with you, because I figured he was battle tested, and I think that he wanted it more than Ortiz, and I don't think that many people was ducking Ortiz like they say it was. But Ortiz showed me a little bit of something different last night. Ortiz came in and he had one thing on his mind, and that was to destroy Erickson Lubin. Now, Erickson Lubin, once first of all, he need to know a little bit more about his opponents. Because one thing about it, Lubin was lingering on the ropes. That's a no-no with Ortiz. That's his bread and butter right there. He wants you on the ropes. Why? Because he can go up, down, and around, and like he did last night, he used his head to try to split the guard up. When he can't get in with his head, then he'll go to your body. He'll go upstairs, and we're talking about with main intentions. We're looking at speed also and power. Speed and power is what he brought to the table last night. And Lubin, he just didn't have enough to keep him off of him. That little pity pat, that's not gonna deter Ortiz. Ortiz is a rough, a ragged Texan Mexican fighter. That's what he is. And that's what he showed us last night. Now, of course, Lubin didn't even use his lateral movement. He's great on the back foot, but he didn't show that last night. He wanted to stand there with Ortiz and trade. That's a bad idea. So now, once he got caught on the ropes, he stayed there. He was stationary. And what happened? Ortiz went in and did what he always do and got him out of there. And what make it so bad, he changed directions. You standing in front of him, then he stepped to the side, bam, bam, bam. And that hit that equal right there on equilibrium, right there on Lubin head. And man, he was out of it. Matter of fact, he was almost out on his feet right there. So the referee, they know real well because they're right there in the action, and he can see it in his eyes. And Lubin still was messed up after they stopped the fight. So it is what it is. You know, that's what I got so far right now. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why you thought Lubin would win the fight. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Why did you text me, man? Why did you text me and ask me who I was betting on, man? The channel members know, man. I told them Virgil Ortiz about to stop Lubin, man.
Man.
Virgil Ortiz too active. He too powerful. Lubin too chinny. Boy, when you getting hurt by Jason Rosario early in the fight, when you getting hurt by Sebastian Fundora like that, bro. When you getting hurt by Jesus Ramos, like Virgil Ortiz about to come in that bitch and do something bad to you, man. And I think Lubin was up against the ropes because he was trying to hide the fact that he was already hurt. One of them earlier shots hurt him because Virgil Ortiz was landing a nice stiff jab from the opening bell. He landed a few nice hard straight rights, and he was countering Lubin on top of his jab, and Lubin went to them ropes because I think Lubin was more hurt than you thought he was, bro. And then when Virgil you can't be in no high guard against Virgil. If you know anything about Virgil, he's exceptional with the left hook on the inside, and he's exceptional of peeling and playing with your guard, bro. He peeled that boy guard down, and the right hand came so fast behind it, Lubin ain't know what the fuck going on. That boy went to another dimension, dog. Got his ass whooped on, bro. You can't do that. Man, Virgil is different. The only thing, like I said, that might be against Virgil is he's like, what's a good example, man? You old school dude. Like he like Dominique Wilkins in basketball. Dominique Wilkins was cold. He just happened to be there when Jordan was there. Right. So it's like, damn, bro, you know, you good, but we saw Jordan and shit, so you didn't get the credit that you deserve. Virgil Ortiz to me is like that. It's like, yo, he cold, bro. He really can fight. You just happen to be in the era with Charlo and Boots in it. So it's like, we don't know. But hey, they got to fight each other. So maybe he can beat Boots. We'll see. But Virgil Ortiz put on a phenomenal performance. I think Erickson Lubin is cooked. I think he's done. That chin is over with. And his game plan looked like it was to try to box and move around, but Virgil cut off the ring and made sure that he couldn't move and he couldn't do nothing. And he didn't have the legs to keep moving around the ring. And then, you know, Lubin usually got power or whatever, but he was trying that pity pat shit. And Virgil was like, nah, let me get you up out of here. He showed that boy that it's levels to this shit. And that's crazy because Lubin ain't but like 28, 29 years old. He young.
Right.
Your boy might have ruined him because he started that shit. Jamel might have messed him up to begin with. Had that boy glitching. He had him glitching early in his career. He ain't been the same since he tried to climb back up. But unfortunately, Lubin probably won't be champion no more, man. I mean, champion ever because he never was champion. He probably won't ever be champion. Maybe he can move up to 160, cutting less weight, maybe beat some of those guys, but his chin is going to always be in question. And Virgil Ortiz might have cracked his whole code last night, and it might be over with for him, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about guys and today's boxing and versus the old school fighters. These guys today are again destroyed at real early. We seen what happened with Lubin. Now he had a rough fight with Jamel. He had a rough fight with Fundora. Now, of course, we look at Devin Haney. We see how he got thrown and slung around the ring by Ryan Garcia. Then we seen what happened the next fight. You know, the same thing with him. Now, if he does the same thing with Brian Norman Jr., then I'm saying he's another one. He's another one. I think he still got PTSD no matter what. I think he still don't want to get hit now. Now, all this that he's going to stand in front of Brian Norman Jr., that's a lie. Devin Haney doesn't have the hands or the chin. He got up, but you kept getting knocked back down. I mean, so you want, you know, either way you want to look at it. You know, these young guys right now, they don't have the doing like the guys used to have back in the day. They're not tough like them guys. You know, they're just not. They soft. They soft. That's what they are today. They're softer.
Damn, soft? Damn.
They goddamn you damn right.
You on that get off my lawn shit. That's that get off my lawn shit.
You know, but you know, guys like Virgil Ortiz, he's a rough, tough Mexican style fighter, and I was surprised myself. And I'm thinking that Lubin will go show him that, hey, I'm battle tested. But see, I keep on forgetting. You can be battle tested and you can be PTSD after that battle test. So, but now I don't think he will ever be champion, like you said. I don't think he will ever be champion.
Nah, he can't. These boys coming. Who he gonna beat? He ain't. He can't. He better not get back in there with. And then that type of knockout takes something from your brain. Takes something from when you get out on your feet like that, bro. That take a lot from you. So who you gonna beat? You ain't. You can't get back in with Virgil after what Virgil just did to you. You won't get in the ring with Boots. You gonna get back in the ring with Fundora. Fundora already made you look like Hitch. Like Will Smith when he had that damn disease, like that damn allergy, he had your whole face lump, man. You can't do shit at 154, and then you gonna go to 160 and do what? Man. Fight your guys like Enley Hernandez and shit, boy. You don't get the fuck out of you gonna get in the ring with Janabek, man, or Laura, boy. You gonna get your ass, boy. Lubin,
now, knockout. While back, I always said Lubin should have went to 147. And he didn't have no business at 154 because his size.
Nah, he's too big. He way too big for 154. I mean 147.
You think so? I'm not.
Yeah, Lubin. If you know anything about Lubin he like Jared Hurd, man. Lubin will get up to 200 pounds in between fights on your ass.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Lubin. If you go look at some tape of him sparring and shit, like when he don't got a fight coming up, whatever, Lubin been in there be looking like a super middleweight, man.
Wow. Because I was saying back in the days, I just thought he should just stayed at 147 because his legs were small and things like that. And he just jumped up to 154. That's when Jamel fought him. And I just think he was just too small for that division.
Yeah, I say it all the time, chat and KQ. I'm sure you've heard me say this. When you getting your ass hurt and you getting your ass knocked out at a smaller weight class, the last thing you should be doing is moving up in weight to fight niggas bigger and strong. Like that's the last thing you should be doing, bro. Like, oh, I got knocked out at 154. Let me go try 160. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right then, bro. Good luck. Oh shit, Virgil Ortiz knocked me out. Let me go try and see what Janabek can do. Yeah, all right, nigga.
Only one to get away with that was Virgil. Virgil had to move up because of the stomach issues and things like that, and it fits better on him. But
Virgil undefeated. Virgil ain't getting stopped and stepped on and beaten shit before he moving up. He moved up because he had the rhabdo and it was hard for him to make weight and shit. That's totally different. I'm talking about when your chin get checked. When your chin getting checked consistently at a smaller weight class, last thing you need to be doing is moving up. Now, you special like Bud Crawford, right? Bud Crawford got his chin checked at 135 by Gamboa, got his chin checked at 147 by Mean Machine, but he move up just fine because Bud is just different. But he's the exception. Most fighters can't do that, bro. They can't do that. But let's get to the face-to-face. There was somebody in attendance, an interested party, KQ. It was a very interested party in attendance, Jaron Boots Ennis. He flew to Dallas. He was trolling. He said his flight got canceled, so didn't nobody think he was showing up. But then he took a picture. He was actually in town. Pulled up to the fight, black hoodie, black shades, got his whole fight purse around his neck. He had his whole fight purse around his neck. He had on like 18 chains.
I saw that.
I thought he was a rap. He had a whole fight purse around his neck for his last fight. And he was in that thing, and him and Virgil came face to face after the fight. And Boots told him it's time. It's time for us to fight. Your side been doing a lot of talking. Virgil said your side was doing the talking first. Then Boots said, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. And then Virgil said, well, can you show me a yes? Like, can you show me a yes to the fight? Like, damn, Virgil, talk.
Right, Boots, for real. So I say, man, let's speak up. I
love that shit. I said, Boots, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all get your ass in that ring. And he did the shit. What do you think of they back and forth, man? What you think of Boots and Virgil, man? What's up?
You know what? I was happy to see that though. Because, like I say, if you're gonna fly with Texas, don't sit there and fly just to sit ringside. Get your ass up in that ring.
Right.
And I'm glad he did. I'm
glad
he did, and I'm glad that they did what they did. Now, it shouldn't have no doubt because both of them, somebody gonna have egg on their face if this fight gonna go through. Now, of course, Boots, I'm sorry, I gotta be a little bit tough on him because it is time. It is time because time is ticking for his career. He should be further along than what he is right now. How many tune-ups do you need? I mean, how many C or B level fighters you need to fight? So yes, he's doing the right thing, starting off with Virgil Ortiz, and this should be a good fight. And Boots need to make his name. Now, Boots did say in an interview after the fight that he's taking over the boxing. He's taking over 154. Listen, I'm tired of hearing that talk. All right, I'm gonna show me, man. All right, you got to show me. You got to show me and let me make up my mind. I don't want to hear it. All right, you got to show me something, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, and Boots, he's a big guy. He's look what I looked at last night. Of course, he's a little bit bigger than Ortiz, but Ortiz is strong, and I think that would be a good fight for Oscar. Because Oscar wanted 1,000%. He said, so please, Eddie, you know, get out the way.
Oscar said some different shit. You better get disappointed.
What? Now,
you better get disappointed. You about to get disappointed. I don't want to disappoint you yet. I want to wait till almost the end of the show.
Okay, wait, hold on.
We got 10 minutes, but you about to be mad because they said some shit after that.
Don't do me like that, man. Listen, Oscar said this 3 days ago. Right? He said it 3 days ago. Oh, yes, we want this fight 1,000%. Yes, we want this fight. Now, I was saying to my chat last night before I closed down that, listen, I don't want to hear about, if it don't make sense, if the money the money got to make sense. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Okay, get in there and fight like the old school fighters.
That's exactly what Oscar said. Like, that's exactly what he said in the post-fight press conference.
No,
just so you know.
Here we go. You
were wondering. That's what he said. Listen, I was excited for the face-off. I like the face-off. I love shit like that in boxing. Right. I love it, because it just naturally builds the fight. It can create a viral moment. And them boys got to fight. This is a fight that's been 4-5 years in the making. They both in their 20s. If the fight is good enough, they can run it back. Somebody can have a redemption story. We could possibly get a trilogy out of it if it's good enough. But these fights are the type of fights that you want to see in boxing. It's the one I'm most excited for in the 154-pound division, and neither one of these dudes is champion yet. That just shows you the level of respect that they're getting because of the performances that they're putting on and the amateur experience that they have. Very excited to see them boys facing off. I love Boots specifically because I already knew Virgil had that type of energy. Virgil had been in the ring with Madrimal. He's been in the ring with Bahachuk. He fought Erickson Lubin when he didn't have to. Virgil the dog.
Yeah.
Virgil gonna fight. It's gonna be his team that you got to worry about, like Robert Garcia, his daddy, Oscar De La Hoya, which we'll get into in a minute. But Virgil a dog, and Virgil gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. Says fight not happening. De La Hoya and Robert Garcia was already scrambling and scrapping during fight week. Virgil nasty, but they know Boots is all bad for him, which leads me to KQ. Oscar De La Hoya, is he trying to protect Virgil? Is he trying to set terms? Robert Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya, they say Virgil got options. He could fight Earl and fill up AT&T Stadium. Oscar De La Hoya said, hey, this fight can happen as long as the fight terms are favorable to us, because Virgil is the man. Virgil is the A side. So are they ducking or are they setting terms? What do you think of those comments? They got options. Virgil is the A side. He's the man. The negotiations got to be favorable to us. What do you think of that, man?
Well, it don't sound so confident. Now, I'm kind of down there a little bit now since I heard that, because this is a good fight. They both are in their prime, and nothing should be standing in their way, like Oscar or money, and that's the problem with the young guys today. Everybody want to make them big dollars. Because I saw Jaron after the fight also said, man, I should be getting the big bucks now. He'll look at Eddie and say, I sign whatever you want me to sign. Look, hold on, Charlie. You ain't doing it like that.
You don't tell no Britain snake. You don't tell Eddie no shit like that.
Right.
Eddie gonna throw your ass in the Anthony Joshua contract. He is not your friend, boo. The fuck? I sign whatever, nigga. You better get somebody to read that shit. Better not, boy. Say it out. He could be tripping, bro.
He fight Conor Bennett so damn
You
bad.
gonna fuck around? You gonna fuck around and be signed to Eddie Hearn? You gonna be like, yeah, bro, you get out your contract. There's no buyout clause. I'll let you out your contract in the year 2055, nigga, when you're 60 years old.
I mean, he just got too excited, Boots, man. I'll sign whatever you want me to sign right now. You know, I'm like, man, hold on, Joe. But man, listen, there's no reason why this fight shouldn't take place. It's no reason why this fight. I mean, only thing y'all should be trying to work out the venue, and that's it. Is it gonna be in Philly or Texas? You know, Earl did show up last night. Earl went back in the dressing room and hollered at Virgil for a minute. You know, they Texas guys, so they know each other. You know, but right now, I don't think Earl wants to fight right now. Now I heard unofficially that he retired, so I don't know. That could be a possibility.
Man,
but
Earl and Charlo, like, listen, Virgil and Earl and Boots and Charlo, that's cool, but they need to reverse that shit. Charlo and Earl should be fighting. Okay, they in their mid-30s. Both of them ain't fought in 2.5 years. I don't want to see these young boys beating up on them dudes, man. Because that's exactly what the hell gonna happen. Virgil will. I love me some Earl, bro. I really do. Earl, that's my dog, man. Man down, big fish, that's my dog. Virgil Ortiz beat the shit out of him right now, bro. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Jermell Charlo is your dog. You may not say it or you may not want to say it. Jaron Boots Ennis will dog walk him right now.
Yeah.
Let them boys fight each other. Let Virgil and Boots fight each other. Then I ain't mad if the winners fight each other or some shit like that, man. That's cool. But I'm not interested in watching these young guns fight 35, 36-year-olds that been out of the ring 2.5 years, all because they got a name. They ain't been training hard for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't been in the gym like that, man. Come on, bro. Like, nah, I'm not with that. And I think Oscar De La Hoya is trying to find a way out for Virgil Ortiz. I don't think Virgil is no duck. I don't think Virgil is barring Boots. I think he believes in himself. That man is a dog. He's strong. He's powerful. He's very stubborn. But I think Oscar De La Hoya and his matchmakers, they know a little something. That coming straight forward, high guard shit with Jaron Boots Ennis, that shit ain't on nothing, man. I really don't think it's on nothing. So I don't think he's trying to set terms. I think they trying to look for a way out. Trying to act like Boots ain't this and Boots ain't that. Let's look at the numbers and let's look at what they accomplished. Boots Ennis, KQ, he's been a unified champion. Virgil Ortiz has never been a champion.
Right.
Boots Ennis, I love Virgil, but that arena wasn't packed last night.
Right. No, it wasn't.
That arena wasn't packed last night. Boots Ennis been packing his shit out in Philly. So all this favorable term shit, I think they should split that shit down the middle, fight in a neutral site, and get this shit popping. It ain't that hard if they both want to fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't that hard if they both want to fight. I feel like Oscar, though, he kind of knows Boots might got a little bit too much sauce. And he might be naturally bigger. He's definitely faster. And what you find out about guys like that, Boots' power, he's very powerful, but a lot of that shit is because you didn't even see the punch he hit you with. Yeah. You don't even see that shit. Virgil got that brute strength. I'm coming straight at you. I'm coming forward at your ass. Jaron Boots Ennis, he can match your strength, but it's much slicker. It's much more wiggle to it. It's got much more swag to it and shit. And I think Oscar know that shit, man. I think they trying to find a way out. I hope not. Because, Boots already lost his WBA title shot. So if he don't get this Virgil fight, he's going to be fighting a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Xander Zayas, your boy Xander, he fighting the boss, the WBA champion. They fighting in January. So them two championship belts off the table. Fundora already got the Keith Thurman fight in January. So that fight is off the table. And Bakram is fighting Josh Kelly. So if Jaron Boots Ennis can't get the fight with Virgil, Jaron Boots Ennis is going to end up fighting a bum. I'm telling you that right now. So I hope he gets the fight, man.
Yeah, I said this last night in Knockout. The guy, the Olympian that Ronnie Shield has from Houston, I forgot his name that fast. Is it Thomas? Something like that. Anyway, he's a heavyweight. And he's a big 200-some pound heavyweight, pure muscle. And he switches from southpaw to orthodox. Somebody in chat, what's his name again? I forgot. But anyway, I don't like when these fighters sit there and, they call it tune-up, right? They didn't have tune-up back in the day. You're either going to fight that guy or you're not. Now, listen, Stop putting guys that you know that got that power and put them in there with a nobody, nobody. All right, they're just a waste of our time. All right, put them in there with someone that you know that probably get him some competition. All right, that's all I ask. That's all I'm asking, because I think when you go in there and use somebody as a punching bag, because let's be honest, when he fought the guy just stood there with the earmuffs on, did not throw number maybe about 5 punches per round. It was only 2 rounds before he got him out of there. And let's get away from that. Let's get away from that. All right. Go in there and fight. Do like Andy Cruz. I'm not fighting no 4-rounders, 6-rounders. I'm going straight 10 round fights. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need to waste our time, our money about putting it in there with nobody. All right. No, now put them in there and give them that competition already. That's what I say, man. That's all.
Shout out to my dog Hunter on the Hunt back in the super chat with that 10 piece. He say, I think Boots should take it however they want it. Knock his ass out and keep it moving. Then he the A side to the rest of them for sure. Don't give him no excuses to pull out. I agree with that, bro. Boots might be in a situation where whatever Oscar and them want, just give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it to him and get that shit moving, bro. Because otherwise, y'all try to play games. You know Eddie Hearn ain't good at closing no deals. Eddie Hearn sucks at getting Boots fights, man.
Yeah.
So just take whatever, just sign whatever, take whatever, and get that shit cracking, man. But that's all we got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all watching. KQ, let them know when you live, man. When you gonna be tapping back in on your live stream, man.
Yes, sir. I will be live tomorrow, and of course, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And tomorrow, I will let you all know the rest of the week what day I will be live. All right, but it's always, remember this. If y'all don't get no notification, don't worry about it, because y'all know KQ is live always at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. So just come on over, okay? Don't worry about the notification. You get them, you get them, okay? And Knockout, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. And me and Knockout, we got a great show here, old school and new school. I mean, I like it, you know, and I think we're doing a great job over here, especially Knockout. So thanks a lot,
you too, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, and I'm live tomorrow, y'all. Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll catch y'all later. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to y'all soon. We out here. Peace, y'all.
You got super chat, Knockout.